What's up, y'all? I see a few of you are already in here. We're about to get started in 10 minutes. 10 minutes until we're going live. We're starting exposing 5 secrets to your dunk success. I see a few of you have already joined. We're about to get started. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all tune in. Stay tuned. What's up, y'all? I see a few more of you are coming in. We're about to get started in 5 minutes. We are starting in 5 minutes. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. We're about to get started. 5 more minutes. One minute remaining. We're getting started in 1 minute. What's up, y'all? We're gonna go ahead and get started right now. This is exposing 5 secrets to your dunk success. This is gonna be awesome. This is the perfect place for you to be if you want to dunk, if you've always dreamed of dunking and you don't know how. I'm gonna be exposing 5 secrets that are gonna help you dunk and start to transform yourself into an elite athlete. So this is the perfect place for you if you want to become an athlete, if you want to dunk. This is gonna be awesome. We're gonna get into it right now. Before we get into it, I see some of y'all already answered. How many of y'all have gotten your first dunk? Who's never dunked before and who's already dunked? I see mostly ones in there. If you've already dunked before, if you've never dunked before, comment 1. If you've already dunked, comment 2. Has anyone in here already dunked before? Everyone that commented so far has not dunked yet, which is great because if you've never dunked yet and you're not already getting up, you're gonna be able to see results really quick, faster than you probably think. And that's what I'm about to show y'all right now. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. By the end of our time together, you will learn how you can dunk at any height, no matter what it is. Why genetics don't matter at all if you want to dunk, and why you've struggled to jump higher and how to avoid it. The 3 lies that you've been told that hold you back as an athlete, and the only 2 types of training you need to dunk like you dream. We're gonna go over all of that. Also, if you stay until the end, for those of you who stay all the way through this training, you're gonna get a jump technique guide, 5 secrets to instantly jump higher. Now, why is jump technique so powerful? Well, it's so powerful, and I'm gonna illustrate that with a story. Because there was an athlete I knew, who I'm getting some more ones. Looks like most of y'all haven't dunked before, which means y'all are in the right place. But I knew an athlete who had never dunked before, right? He could grab rim, solid athlete, could grab rim. He wanted to dunk really bad, just like I'm sure a lot of us do, and a lot of us were in that position. And so when he tried to dunk, he just couldn't get up quite high enough because he was just getting barely over the rim. And I seen him in one day, and he started working on his jump technique. He was getting help from people who have great jump technique, and they're very efficient. And because of working on his jump technique, he was able to jump higher instantly. But how much higher? Like, how much can it really help you? Well, he went from never having dunked before and grabbing rim, and he had his friend throw the lob. So he threw the ball right in front of the rim, threw it up directly in front of the rim so he can just focus on jumping so he can get up and dunk it. So he'd been working on his technique all day. First attempt, miss. Second attempt, he goes up again. A bunch of people are watching, misses again. So you can imagine the position. A bunch of people are watching. You missed 2 attempts. You've been working on your technique all day. You're trying to get your first dunk in front of all these people. It'd be a great moment. So he goes up for his 3rd attempt, his last attempt, and his friend throws a perfect lob right in front of the rim. And because of jump technique, he went from never having gotten his first dunk to punching his first ever dunk. I'm not talking about he tapped it in. He literally punched his first ever dunk. From never dunking to punching his first dunk off a lob in one day. That's the power of jump technique. So if you stay until the end, I'm gonna give you a cheat code, 5 easy steps that I wish I had on how to skyrocket your vertical jump by making your jump technique as efficient as possible. What you're gonna learn from that is how to figure out your dominant jump plant. So your dominant jump plant is the plant where you jump naturally and easiest. So it's the plant you're gonna jump the highest up. There's 4 jump plants. There's 2 where you jump off 2 feet, right, left, and left, right. And then there's left foot and right foot, right? Those are 1 foot jump plants. So you're one of those 4, guaranteed you're one of those 4. And once you figure out your dominant jump plant, you're gonna perfect your jump technique of your dominant jump plant. You're gonna instantly jump higher even on bad days. How can you cut out bad jumping days? You can cut out bad jumping days because of your jump technique, because you can rely on it. This happened for me so many times. Days when y'all wake up, and even if you've never done before, I see Aaron, you say you've never grabbed rim before, none of that matters. You know when you wake up and you feel bouncy, and some days you don't feel it at all, you feel like you can't even run? Your body just goes like in state. Some days you're not gonna feel good, some days you are. But you can cut out bad jumping days with jump technique because you can rely on it because you've worked on it so much. So even on days when you don't feel bouncy, you can still jump high, you can still dunk, still get up because you're gonna rely on your jump technique, you're gonna perfect it, and you're gonna rely on your dominant jump plant, the way that you naturally jump the easiest. So once again, if you stay until the end, you're gonna get this bonus. It's amazing. It's gonna help you all so much. You might even be able to get your first dunk, as I talked about the story of the athlete earlier. So this is only if you stay until the end. This is a bonus that only you guys will get. Only people who watch this webinar all the way through get this bonus. It's gonna be amazing. So are you all ready to learn? Are you ready to learn? And I want you guys to silence your phone and get off Instagram and take notes. If you're the type of person who likes to take notes, take notes. It's kind of shown that if you do write things down, you're gonna remember things better. But if you don't like notes, this isn't class, just pay attention. I may be moving through some of this stuff pretty fast, and I don't want you guys to miss everything. This is 5 secrets that are really gonna help y'all, and I want you to get every single one of them. Save your questions for the end. We will have a time for a Q&A, and I will answer every one of you guys' questions. So I want you guys to be active. I want you guys to be chatting. Don't make this like school. This is not class. This is about dunking. It's supposed to be fun. So keep talking in the chat. I'm going to be asking y'all lots of questions, getting y'all interacting. And save your questions for the end. But if you do have a question, you can ask it. I may not get to it during, but make sure y'all interacting with the questions that I'm asking you. I would appreciate that. And it's going to make it more fun. So we're going to get into it. Does this kind of sound like you? Let me know if this sounds like you. You want to get serious about dunking the ball. You need motivation and training to jump higher. You are ready to learn the skills to be a high flyer. And you've seen others transform, but you personally feel lost. You've also struggled to see any real progress on your dream. Does that sound like you? Yes or no? I want you all to say yes or no. Does that sound like you? Because if this sounds familiar, you need to stick around. I have felt all those things, and if that sounds familiar, then this is the right place for you to be. This is exactly where you need to be. I remember being outside as a 14-year-old, never having dunked before. Before I'd ever gotten my first dunk, outside 14, every day, wanting to dunk. And I'm jumping as hard as I can, right? With all my emotion. So much so that because I couldn't dunk, and I wanted to dunk so bad, I was dunking from a tennis ball to a volleyball to a basketball, and I hadn't gone to basketball. I had never dunked basketball. So I'm outside every day, vert program after vert program, nothing's working, lack of progress, and it hurt my motivation. I see a lot of y'all saying yes, and I felt the exact same thing as I'm talking about right now. I remember being outside, and I would try to force myself to get angry. Like, I would literally try to make myself get angry so that I could jump higher, which didn't work. I still hadn't gotten my first dunk. And I'm seeing these other people transform around me. Like, I'm seeing people I knew. I'm sure y'all relate to this. I'm seeing people I knew blow up on social media, and I was working harder than them and had no progress. You know when, like, you work harder than somebody and they're just better than you? Like, that's what I was feeling. But I was working at it every day and nothing worked, and it was like my main goal. Like, I wanted to dunk so bad, like more than anything in the world. So I'm seeing others transform, blow up on social media, and meanwhile I struggle to see any progress despite actually working hard. So if that sounds like, any of that sounds like you, this is the right place for you to be. And I'm going to show you exactly what you can do to start transforming yourself and not feel like that anymore. And so I want to talk about my story. This is me on the far left at 11 years old. 11 years old, my first basketball practice ever. Never played basketball before. So my first practice ever was at 11 years old. You can tell I'm not athletic. You can tell I don't have genetics. I don't really have height. Like, I'm just a regular kid. Look at my socks. Like, this is really funny to me. 11 years old, first practice. And I've seen people who I know for a fact don't train. They're able to touch the rim. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. You can pass them because you're going to know exactly what you need to do. And just because someone can naturally do that, it doesn't mean they're going to be able to ever get past that. But if you know what to do, you're going to be able to get past that, Aaron. So I'm going to show you that right now. And so from this is me at 11, and this is me at 17 years old. And this is me at 22. So 11 years old, first basketball practice ever, 17 years old, and then 22 years old, 4.5 years between these two. And a funny story about this is me jumping over Jordan Kilgannon. I'm sure y'all know him, one of the most famous dunkers ever. And a cool story about this. First of all, dunkers, like the dunking community is one of the most positive communities. Everyone's super friendly. Like, they're honestly awesome. And so I was at a camp with a lot of these pro dunkers, some of the best in the world, and they were warming up for a show. There's a bunch of people in the crowd. You can't really tell. Bunch of people in the crowd, they're warming up for a show, and we're able to warm up with them before they actually start the show. So as they're warming up, right, Jordan Kilgannon and a bunch of other dunkers warming up for their dunk show, I asked him, I'm like, Jordan, can I jump over you? And he says yes, right, because he's nice. He says yes, lets me jump over him. I go to do it, lose the ball, miss the first one. In front of all these people, like, there's my chance, right? And so a minute goes by, ask him again, Jordan, can I jump over you one more time? He's getting warmed up for the dunk show in front of all these people. Like, I don't know why I did that. But I asked him one more time because I wanted to get it down. I asked him, I was like, can I jump over you? He's like, you get one more chance. If you don't get it here, I need to warm up. So I was like, I understand. Which I was thinking anyways. Like, if I don't get it here, I'm not asking again. And so I went, took the risk, jumped over him, made the dunk. And it's been a lifelong memory. Just in that moment, like, it was really like only my fourth time jumping over someone in front of all those people. And yeah, Ball's Life was recording. It was crazy. But I never would have got that without taking the risk. And I went from this 11 to this at 17. And I didn't get my first dunk till I was 14. I'm going to show you exactly how I transformed myself. And then, well, the thing is, in this middle picture, when I was 17 years old, I still doubted myself, right? I said it was only my fourth time jumping over someone. I still had a lot of doubt. So you're always going to have doubt, right? I had doubt before I went and jumped over him. It's hard to have self-belief before you've actually done the thing. Like, for a lot of you commented, one, never dunked before. It's hard to believe you can dunk until you've dunked. But I was the same way as you, and so were lots of other people, lots of other vertical assault athletes I'm going to be talking about in this training, and they were able to dunk. It's hard to have self-belief, but you still need to believe in yourself even before you've done it. Because if you believe in yourself before you've done it, you're going to be willing to take that risk and try. And you can't do it without trying, so you've got to be willing to do that. And yeah, so you have to be willing to take the risk. I never would have happened. This never would have happened. I could have missed both, but I didn't. So you have to be willing to take the risk. And I'm going to show you exactly how your mindset will change once you know you can do it. Right? I didn't know for sure I can do it, but now I was 22, 4.5 years later. In this one, I had made it first try. This is Isaiah Rivera, another really famous dunker. Jumped over him first try in a dunk contest, and I was confident. I knew I was going to make it. And I'm going to show you how it's hard to have self-belief, but once you do it, you will have a different type of confidence. You will have that self-belief. Even if you're confused right now, like I'm not tall enough. Like look at me. Look how short I am. It's not genetics. I was only 6'2". Yeah, 6'2" is tall, but it's not 6'6". 6'6" is a great height for dunking. Everyone wants to be taller. I wanted to be taller, but I wasn't. So instead, I was confused, jealous, social media comparison, seeing people elevate, seeing people get on, blow up, and I'm not doing anything. I was looking for anything that really worked. And understanding these 5 secrets I'm about to tell you is what absolutely transformed my athleticism and allowed me to build this type of confidence where I knew I could do it, and y'all can do the exact same thing. I remember what it was like to be this kid. I remember what it's like to be this kid, and right now, where I am. I'm going to show you how your mindset will change once you realize you can do it just like everybody else. Once you do it once, you will stop doubting yourself. You will have a different type of confidence. I promise you. And that's my story. And I want y'all to feel the exact same thing that I feel without all the pain that I had to go through to learn these lessons. So with that being said, I want to ask y'all a question. How many of y'all think that genetics is holding you back? How many of you think that genetics is the reason that you can't dunk like you've always wanted to dunk? Comment below, how many of you think it's genetics? Genetics is why you can't dunk. If you think it's genetics, let me know. Because genetics is myth number 1. How is genetics a myth? Okay, well, I'm not saying that genetics isn't a real thing, right? But genetics is not the reason that you're never going to be able to dunk. Genetics is not going to stop you from dunking. Yes, some people are naturally going to be more athletic than others. Some people are going to jump higher than others naturally, but that's not the reason you can't dunk. Genetics is not going to stop you from dunking. Yes, people have different genetics, but it doesn't mean anything, right? It's just a term that some people get things naturally, and some people have to work a little harder for it, but it's not going to stop you from dunking. And to illustrate that, I want to talk about an athlete I know who actually during the time of this picture, when I was 17 years old, 4.5 years ago, he couldn't dunk. He was just grabbing rim. He was overweight, and he wanted to dunk. He wanted to be a pro dunker. He had all these dreams, but he couldn't dunk. Literally just grabbing the rim, could not dunk, was overweight. And yet his dream was to be pro dunker, get his head to the rim, compete with the best, right? So this athlete, during this time, wasn't even dunking. And 4.5 years later, when I'm 22, as of recently, where do you think that this athlete I'm talking about is now? Where do you think he is now? Well, this athlete going from 4.5 years ago to not having dunked, not being a consistent dunker, being overweight, barely being able to get up, to 4.5 years later, where do you think he is? Funny enough, he's actually in the corner of this picture. You can see his shirt right here. And he's sitting there watching because he was hurt at the time. And this athlete now, although he's sitting there, is a pro dunker who can get his head to the rim at 6 feet tall, competes with the best, dunks and dunk contests with the best pro dunkers in the world. He went from overweight, barely grabbing rim, to being a pro dunker competing with the best in the world a few years later. How do you go from barely dunking to being a pro competing with the best a few years later? Well, it's not genetics. And the name of this athlete is Travis Dunks. He has over 40,000 followers on Instagram. I just want to shout him out. He's a great dunker, great person, and he transformed himself and proved that anyone can do it. He was just like any of y'all. I'm just like any of y'all. We are all the same. All of us can do it. It's not genetics. So yeah, some of you said you don't think it's your genetics. But what about height? So if someone can go from genetics at 6 feet tall, being overweight, not having dunked, to being a pro dunker a few years later, 6 foot tall, getting his head to the rim, it's not genetics. But what about height? Could it be height? Is height the reason that you can't dunk? Height's what's holding you back from dunking? Y'all let me know what you think. Do you think height is the reason you can't dunk? Right? No matter what y'all say, I know you think it's height because I'm 6'2", I want to be 6'6". I know someone that's 6'7". Like if you're a basketball player, you just want to be taller. It's just the way it is. It's just how it is. But do you think it's the reason you can't dunk? Do you think height's the reason you can't dunk? Well, height is myth number 2. Why is height a myth? Height is not going to keep you from dunking. That's a myth. Why is it a myth? Well, first of all, have you ever seen those 5'5", 5'7" social media dunkers? Tony Crosby, Andrew McFly, to name a few. I'm sure you've seen these 5'5", 5'7", 5'9", 5'11" dunkers. And I see someone saying, yeah, it's height. Yeah, so I see these 5'7", 5'7", 5'9" dunkers, all these dunkers who are super short and literally fly, and they're on social media. So when you see them on social media, it's like, okay, those are the rare genetics, those are the rare blah, 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 whatever the reason is that they can do it and you can't. But they can do it. And not only are these social media dunkers, and you see people at the rec. You go into the rec center, right, and there's some like short 5'8" dude dunking. And meanwhile, like, you're 6'3", well, maybe you're not, but meanwhile, you're 6'3", and you're looking at this 5'8" guy dunking, and you can't even dunk. Right? So how did the 5'8" guy do it? It's not height. It's not genetics, as we already established. So how did they do it? Well, they understand the secrets I'm about to tell you. Even if you're 5'5", you can turn your legs into rockets by understanding these 5 secrets I'm about to expose. How do I know this for sure? Even at the height of 5'5", because there's pro dunkers who are 5'5". Literally, most of y'all are probably taller than that. If you're not taller than that, you're probably still growing. So you shouldn't be tripping about it anyways. You shouldn't worry about your height. You can't control your height. You can control your training. You can control your bounce. Your height doesn't matter anyways. But if a 5'5" person can do a windmill, if a 5'5" person can do between the legs, all these types of things, do you think even if you were 5'5", fully grown, you think you can't at least dunk like you want? I'm not saying like you need to windmill. You still can, but I'm not saying you like for sure gonna windmill between the legs of your 5'5". You could, but you can for sure dunk no matter what height you're at. It is myth. Height and genetics are not keeping you from dunking. They're myths. And so it's not genetics, it's not height. But is it too hard? And I saw one of you said, it's not genetics, it's just my work ethic. And when you said you're lazy, well, it's not actually that hard. It's not genetics, it's not height, but is it too hard? It's not. But how many of y'all feel like this right now? How many of y'all feel like it's too hard? Like you're gonna have to work too much. Like you're gonna have to work out every day, all day. It's gonna be so difficult. Like you're not gonna be able to relax, and you're not gonna get anywhere. You're not gonna get anywhere for all your work. It's not gonna be worth anything. How many of y'all feel like that right now? I'm curious to see how many of y'all feel like it's just gonna be too hard. Like you're not gonna actually be able to do it. It's a difficult journey. You're not gonna be able to make. Because if you feel like that, I want you to ask yourself, what if it actually is easy? Like, that's a simple question, right? Like, oh, myth number 3, it's too hard. But what if it's actually easy? Like, seriously, what if this is actually easy? If you knew what the pros know, if you knew what the best know, the best dunkers in the world, you knew what the NBA athletes know, would you be able to do it? What if it's actually easy if you had that? I see y'all saying, yeah, definitely. So, what if it's actually easy? And I struggle a little bit in saying that because I'm not saying that it's not going to be hard moments in your journey. Like, it's not going to be easy the entire time. But it is 100% not supposed to be a difficult, painful, hard journey. It's not. Now, what's the proof for that? It's not hard, but what's the proof? The proof is everybody's dunking nowadays. Look on social media. You pull or go to a gym. Go to a 14U AAU tournament. Like a good 14U AAU tournament. You're going to walk in the gym and see 14 and under kids dunking. 14U kids are dunking. Like everyone on varsity is dunking. You'll see teams of everybody dunking. People are dunking, like plenty of like people who just are dunkers and not even basketball players who are dunking. Other athletes who aren't basketball players dunking. Basketball players in all levels who are dunking. Everybody's dunking nowadays. So if everybody can do it, it's because they have access to more information. Because it's not actually hard. It's just, what do you do? And so a lot of people think that it is hard, but it's not. The proof, everybody's dunking. And if you just had access to what the best have, the pros, then it would be easy for you too. It's not too hard. It's actually simple and straightforward, and it doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. It is not hard. It is simple, straightforward, and easy. You just need to know what to do. So I want you to imagine something for me. I want you to imagine that this vertical assault athlete is you. He said he dunked today for the first time. I want you to imagine this athlete's you, dunking today for the first time. As I said before, right, you don't really believe you can dunk if you've never done it before. But once you do dunk, you know you can do it. So imagine you get your first dunk, the feeling. But imagine because you get your first dunk and you have momentum because of that, that not long after you get your first windmill. Which is what happened for me. From 14 years old, I couldn't dunk. And I got my first dunk right before I turned 15. 3 months later, I got my first windmill at 15 years old. From not having dunked ever, getting my first windmill a few months later. Because I believed. Because I had the confidence. Because I was gaining the momentum and energy. And imagine if that was you. Imagine you get your first dunk sooner than you think. And then you get your first windmill just a few months after. Because you start to believe in yourself more. But then imagine you get to a point where not only are you dunking, you get your first windmill, but dunking feels easy, like this vertical assault athlete, who we're going to talk more about later. He's an amazing athlete, and he's just a regular guy who was able to train, and now he's dunking easily. So imagine that's you. Imagine you're dunking mad easy. Imagine literally you walk into a gym, you can dunk consistently. Every day you wake up, you walk into practice, you can dunk. And there's no concerns. Imagine the confidence that comes with that. That is a different type of confidence. Even if you're shooting bad, you can't make a shot. Like, you don't feel good. And you can just like jam the ball in the rim because you can get up and dunk it. It is a different type of confidence that I want each and every one of you to have, but I want y'all to have it without the pain and confusion and stress and all the other things that I went through, the frustration, all of it. I want you to have that, but without that. This is from a camp this summer. I caught it off the side of the backboard. It took like, once again, Jordan helped me like pass the ball 6 times. I don't know why I missed it so many times, but imagine you can do all these things because you can. Because you can. So with that being said, are y'all ready to get into it? Secret number 1. We're about to get into secret number 1. All of these secrets are packed with value. You don't want to miss any of them. They're super important, and we're about to get into secret number 1. Comment below if you're ready for secret number 1 right now. We're about to get into it. Secret number 1 is stop doing random workouts. Stop doing random workouts. Is this you? Does this sound like you? You want to dunk, but feel like most workouts don't actually help you jump higher. Right? Just like me, you want to dunk, I wanted to dunk, doing workouts, nothing helped jump higher. I couldn't jump higher. I was doing the work and I couldn't jump higher. And I wanted to figure out what works. I didn't want to waste my time doing the wrong things. And on top of that, they leave you feeling confused and stressed, which is a feeling that I felt far too much in my dunk journey, is confused and stressed. And if that's you, I want you to do this instead. Before I tell you what to do, I want to talk about me being in my backyard, doing vert program after vert program, literally 10 plus vert programs in my life, and none of them got me the results I wanted. Like, I'm sure some of y'all have done a few programs, a program or two. I did 10 plus programs, I did not get the results. It was painful. I'm seeing others transform. I'm doing all these work programs, all these work, and I'm not getting anywhere. Like, it was painful. It sucked. I don't want you to have to go through that. And that's why you're going to do this instead. This is what I learned to do. This is what I do now to be able to jump higher and dunk confidently. And y'all can do the exact same thing. You're going to only work out 3 times a week, but you're going to jump higher in only a month. Right? Imagine only working out 3 times a week. And I'm not talking about 2-hour workouts all day, all your energy, all your time. You're going to be sweating all. I'm talking about get it in 30 to 45 minutes. Work out 30 to 45 minutes, only 3 times a week, right? 30 to 45 minutes, 3 times a week, jump higher in only a month. Guaranteed results in only a month. Yeah, you're only going to work out 3 times a week. How do you do that? Would that not be a solution for y'all? You can only work out 3 times a week. Doesn't even have to be that long, and you're going to jump higher in a month, guaranteed. I wish that I had access to this when I was going through that pain in my backyard with jump soles on. Let me tell you something about jump soles. Jump soles is like a little plastic platform with these little straps going over it, and you put your feet in it, right? But your heel hangs off. So it's a plastic platform with straps. You put your feet in, but your heel hangs off. The idea of it was that it would activate your calves, and so that this is so stupid, so that every step you took was equal to a calf raise. So I'm out there in the backyard doing lunges with this, doing calf raises with these things, even though that's the point of them. Like, doing the stupidest stuff, trying to increase my vertical, looking like an idiot, getting no results. And that's just one of the, I can't even name all the vert programs. Jump soles, vert shock, like I literally don't remember them all. I did 10 plus, it was ridiculous, and no results. But y'all are gonna work out 3 times a week, you're gonna jump higher in only a month, guaranteed. Because you're gonna use these 3 powerful and proven vertical boosting exercises. Quick sprints, heavy squats, max jumps. Quick sprints, heavy squats, and max jumps. These are not the only 3 workouts that work. These are just 3 great workouts. Let me explain why they're great workouts. Let me explain how vertical jump works. Would that be good? I'm going to tell y'all how vertical jump works. I wish someone would have told me this. Vertical jump is explosiveness, yes. And it's strength, yes. But does a bodybuilder have bounce? No. Bodybuilders don't have bounce. You don't want to be like a bodybuilder, right? You want to be like an athlete dunking, like LeBron, like getting your head to the rim, like pro dunkers, like Jordan Kilgannon, like all those people. You want to be explosive. So you need to be strong and explosive. But the way vertical jump works is the higher you jump, is the more effort, energy, and strength and force you can put into the ground in the quickest amount of time possible. So a bodybuilder can lift a lot of weight, but they're not going to be able to jump high, probably not. because they're strong, right? They might be able to lift 600 pounds, which is impressive, but it doesn't matter if you lift 600 pounds and you're slow. You don't have any explosiveness. So you've got to be strong, but you also have to be quick. You also got to be able to explode off the ground in a quick period of time, because that's what's going to boost you off the ground. That's what's going to make you bounce off the ground. It's called bounce for a reason, right? So you got to be strong, but you also have to be quick. The more power you put into the ground, the more strength you put into the ground, and the faster you do that, the higher you're going to jump. That's the way vertical jump works. So that can help you in all of your training, no matter what, down the line. That's what you need to remember. It also helps you when you're actually jumping, right? You can remember that it's not about trying to like push the ground down. You need to just get up quick and explosive and fast. That's what you need to do. So sprints are great because, and this is also something I need to explain, because plyometrics and strength training is a debate. Like people say, oh, do I do plyometrics or do I do strength training? What do I do? Plyometrics or strength training? And I'm sure some of y'all, when I ask that, don't even really know what you'd say. So here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna explain to you when to use plyometrics and when to use strength training, but you need both. When you're a kid, when you're growing up, when you're newer to training, a newbie, right? You need to do plyometrics. Why? With plyometrics, less chance of injury. You're gonna recover faster. You're gonna get newbie gains. You're gonna see a lot of results really quickly. You can do them in season. You're gonna recover faster and not be as sore from them. So they're a great way to increase your vertical really quickly, right like at the start of your training. And you don't even need to get into strength training, right? You can just do plyometrics, which are less stressful on your body, and you can get great results. But at some point, when you get older or when you've been training for a while, plyometrics, the gains from plyometrics are going to start to plateau. You're going to see less gains from plyometrics. It's just not going to work quite like it used to. And during that time, you can add this whenever you want, but when you see yourself start to plateau, what you need to do is not just keep doing plyometrics. You need to actually get stronger. You need to do strength training, get more explosive. So that's when you use plyometrics and strength training. When you're first starting off, plyometrics, honestly, I would say is the way to go. When you start to see your results plateau or you want to get stronger or bigger, add weight training. But you need both. Even as you get, if you're 25 years old and you're really bouncy and you're doing mostly strength training, you still need plyometrics. You might be doing a lot of strength training, heavy squats, which are great for vertical, but you still need plyometrics. So what could that look like? That could look like max jumps. Why is max jumps a powerful and proven vertical boosting exercise? When you want to get better at something, you do the thing, right? When you want to get better at anything, what do you actually do? You do the thing you're trying to get better at, right? It's no different with jumping. How is it no different? Well, when you do max jumps, you're pushing your body to jump as hard as you possibly can. It's a max jump, meaning that as your body recovers for the next time, you're going to be able to jump slightly higher each time that you're pushing yourself in those max jumps. But you got to feel good, you got to be healthy, you got to warm up, and then push yourself max effort jumps. That is a great way to increase your you could literally increase your vertical so much just by going outside and jumping, dunking on low rims, practicing jumping as hard as you can, having fun with it. You can increase your vertical by having fun outside. That's what I did when I was 14, 15, 16. Most of my training that actually worked was just me jumping outside, practicing max jumps, working on my jump technique. That's what y'all need to know. This is gonna help you transform yourself. This is gonna be awesome. This is only secret number 1. We're about to get into secret number 2. But let me ask you a question. If that's all it takes to transform your athleticism, do y'all think you can do that? If 3 times a week, but you're gonna jump higher in only a month, is all it takes to begin to transform your athleticism, can you do that? Like, yes, it's not that hard. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. It's not actually that hard. It doesn't have to be hard. You just need to know what to do. It's not hard. So y'all need to let me know. Throw an emoji in the chat. Are y'all ready for secret number 2? That was just secret number 1. All these secrets are gonna be value packed, and we're about to get into secret number 2. But I need y'all to throw some emojis in the chat right now. Are y'all ready for secret number 2? We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Secret number 2. Are y'all ready to go? Use a step-by-step program. This is secret number 2. What does that mean? Use a step-by-step program. Appreciate the emoji, Bass. This is a step-by-step program that's gonna do what for you? Well, this is a vertical assault athlete who is in my program, and 2 weeks into the program, he noticed muscle growth and an increase in his vertical. And he said, everything is going great. Yeah, I would say everything is going great. 2 weeks into the program, he noticed muscle growth and an increase in his vertical. Would y'all want that? Imagine if you could be 2 weeks into a workout, 2 weeks into doing a workout, and you notice muscle growth and increase in your vertical in 2 weeks. Y'all can do that too. And I want y'all to imagine something for me. This is what I want y'all to imagine. Imagine how much quicker you will get success when you use a system that's proven to work. Imagine if you had what the pros had, what a pro dunker had, what an NBA player has, what the best athletes in the world. If you had the system they had that's proven to work, that they follow, that they can rely on, imagine how much quicker you'll get there. Imagine that. And I want you to imagine not getting overwhelmed. Like me outside, working out, doing jump souls, doing one of the 10 vert programs I was doing, getting no results, spending my money, spending my time, like getting nowhere. That's the definition of overwhelmed. Y'all don't need to feel that. Y'all can feel confident and calm and be very confident that your training is going to get you there. It's as simple as that. Imagine not getting overwhelmed. Imagine the time saved, right? Injury prevention, not getting injured. Imagine the time saved from doing the wrong workouts, doing things that are going to set you back. Like imagine the time saved you have a system that's going to help you do exactly what you need to do and not the wrong things. It's a lot of time saved. And imagine how much faster overall you're going to get to your goal. Whatever your goal is, your first dunk, your first win, first between legs, first dunk in a game, first dunk on somebody, it does not matter. Whatever it is, imagine how much faster you get to your goal if you had exactly what the pros had, a system that's proven to work, that you knew was going to work and you know is going to get you there. I want you to imagine that. That's why you need a step-by-step system, and that's what the pros have. The pros have it. You need it. If you had it, you would be just like them, and they would be just like you. And the truth is, they are. You probably just don't have what they have. But you can. And that's why you need to remember that you can do this. This is a vertical assault athlete who could only touch rim on good days. And in just a few weeks, now they can touch the rim every single time. It's kind of like what I talked about, right? With your mindset. Before you've done something, it's hard to believe you can do it. Before you've actually done the thing, it's like you don't actually believe you can do it. You can have self-belief, but it's really hard. But once you do it, you'll start to believe. Like this athlete, you go and touch the rim on good days. So he woke up every morning and he wasn't sure if he could touch the rim or not, right? He wasn't sure. But now he can touch the rim every single time, every single day. So he knows when he wakes up in the morning, he can do it. He's not doubting himself at all. And once you do it, you start to believe. It's hard to have self-belief before you do something. And once you do it, your whole mindset will begin to shift, which is what I want to happen. But I need y'all to remember that you can do this, okay? You can do this. And we're about to get into secret number 3. Secret number 3 is arguably one of the most important secrets. It is one of the most important secrets. Secret number 3, be willing to take risks. You absolutely, utterly must be willing to take risks. You have to be willing to take risks. But how? How do you take a risk? How are you supposed to take risks? You have to be willing to take them, but how? Well, this is an example. You're going to get a quick win. You get wins by taking risks. You don't ever win if you don't take the risk. You can't. You didn't try. You never took the risk. So you're going to get a quick win. Because next time you're on the court, you're going to pick a spot on the hoop higher than you've ever touched, and you're going to go for it. You're going to take the risk. Higher than you've ever touched, it could be like you pick the top of the backboard, side of the box. You can try to get your wrist to the rim, whatever it is. I don't care. Try to like grab the top of the backboard, whatever it is. Pick a spot you haven't touched before and go for it. Get warmed up, max effort jumps, try to touch it. Take the risk. You might not reach the target you picked, but you took the risk and you probably jumped higher than you ever have before because you're not even thinking about jumping. You're just thinking about taking the risk. Like, and what if you do touch it? What if you jump higher than you've ever jumped before just because you're willing to take the risk? What y'all need to remember is that the pros still fail every day. The pros still miss every game. When is there a game where a pro doesn't make a mistake? Pro basketball, NFL, it doesn't matter. Pro dunker, everyone misses. Everyone makes mistakes. Even the best in the world, they take risks and sometimes they fail. But that's exactly what y'all should do. Like, you're gonna fail sometimes. That's just the way it is. Take the risk. You're gonna get quick wins. You're gonna get wins because you're willing to take the risk. It's just that simple. It's so important. And I want you to imagine why. It's like what we talked about, right? Dunking is a risk, and knowing that you can, it's a different type of confidence. Dunking is a risk, and being willing to take one means nothing can stop you. Imagine knowing a few days from now, knowing you are truly capable of dunking like you always dreamed. The belief, right? It's a different type of belief. It's what we talked about. Never done it before, but once you've done it, you believe. It's a different type of confidence, knowing you can do it. It's hard to have self-belief, but imagine when you know it's going to be easy to believe in yourself. It's a different type of confidence, but you have to be willing to take risks to ever get that. You have to be willing to take the risk. Just take the risk. What's going to happen? What's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to mess up. You're going to miss. You're going to lose. Just like every pro NBA player, even every year, all the teams, the 16 teams that go to the NBA championship, like they go into the playoffs. How many of them win, right? Like one. One person wins. You have to be willing to take the risk. They never would have won if they didn't take the risk. You have to be willing to take the risk. This is so important. If there's one thing that y'all take out of this, is be willing to take risks, be willing to fail. Everybody does it. It's normal. Everybody does it. You're just like all of them, and you just gotta be willing to do it. How many of y'all are ready for secret number 4? If secret number 3 helped y'all, I hope it helped y'all. I probably did. How many of y'all are ready for secret number 4? This is a very interesting secret, and it's probably not what you're thinking. So if you're ready for secret number 4, let me know right now. Are y'all ready for secret number 4? Y'all probably won't be expecting this one. About to get into it. Secret number 4. Be strategic with your body. You have to be strategic with your body. What exactly does this mean? Well, successful dunkers use strategy to get constant results. Successful dunkers, the pros, the best in the world, they use strategy to get constant results. But how? Have you ever seen a pro at anything? It doesn't matter what it is, just like a professional. It doesn't matter what it is. I want you to imagine and picture a pro in your head, like someone that's a professional at what they do. And you notice how that person is cool, calm, and collected? Like, they can't really control everything, but they seem like they're always under control. It's how the best do it, right? No matter if they have a bad day or a bad week, injuries, setbacks, none of it matters. If you notice the pros, they seem like they always have it under control, right? They're always cool, calm, and collected. They act like they have it under control, but in reality, they can't really control everything, right? They can't control anything, actually. They can just control themselves. But they use a strategy to get constant results. And the reason they're able to be calm in those moments is because they're relying on a strategy, right? It doesn't matter if it goes bad. It doesn't matter if it goes good. It doesn't matter if they win the championship or get blown out in the first round. They know what they're going to rely on. They know what they're going to go to tomorrow. They're going to do the same things tomorrow. They're going to rely on their strategy. They're going to go back to their plan, and they're going to keep getting results. Get back to the drawing board, and they're going to keep getting constant results because they're using their strategy. They don't actually have everything under control. The pros are fronting. They're making you think they have it under control. They don't. But they're calm and confident because they're relying on their strategy. That's what you need. Imagine if you had a strategy to rely on. Wouldn't that help you? It wouldn't matter if you have a bad day or a good day. One day you're dunking, the next day you're not. It doesn't matter. You have a strategy. You're confident in it. You have no doubts. Because regardless of outcome, they rely on their system, strategy, and plan. And that's exactly what y'all need to do, regardless of outcome. Why? The reason why. No stress, no doubts, no injuries, no setbacks. Let me give a really good example of how a strategy can save you from months of pain, like I've experienced and many other dunkers and athletes have experienced. No injuries is a great example of that. Because when you rely on your strategy and you're in the moment, big game, dunk contest, whatever it is, practice, whatever it is, and you're in that moment and you hurt yourself, if you don't have a strategy in that moment, you're freaking out. This is like, you're focused on right now. There's nothing else. You're not worried about tomorrow. Like, keeping on your strategy. You're not being confident in that. You're just worried about the moment. And because you have a little tweak or a little minor injury, you go play anyway. You go dunk anyway. You go play the game anyway. And you hurt yourself for 6 months. Imagine you have a little injury that would have recovered yourself in 2 weeks. And because you don't rely on your strategy, you hurt yourself for 6 months. Now you're out for 6 months. That's an example of not relying on your strategy. When you should just rely on your strategy, understand that maybe it's not best to play with your knee hurt, like with something that you just tweaked in your knee, and you go in the game and you hurt yourself worse. Which obviously I hope never happens, but it does, because injuries still happen. Everyone risks getting injured. You gotta be willing to take risks, but if you're relying on a strategy, you can pretty much eliminate serious injuries by not really putting yourself in that position in the first place. So that's why. No stress, no doubts, no injuries, no setbacks. You need to rely on strategy. And honestly, don't expect to become successful without a plan. Don't even expect to become successful without a plan. You like my Gatorade bottle? It's just water. It's not even Gatorade, but I had to put it in a Gatorade bottle. Don't expect to become successful without a plan. Like, just literally, like, you're not gonna, it's like you're gonna hurt yourself. Like, not guaranteed, but when you are hurt, not having a plan is the exact way that you end up setting yourself back way further than you should have been. Rely on your plan, rely on your strategy, and you're going to become successful, guaranteed. Secret number 5. This is, I said secret number 3 was arguably one of the most important secrets. Secret number 5 is extremely important. Without this, you will not succeed. You need this secret in order to succeed. You absolutely need this. Secret number 5. Develop a dunker's mindset. This is secret number 5. You have to have a dunker's mindset. What is a dunker's mindset? Well, to have a dunker's mindset, you need to understand reality. Understanding reality will help you have the right mindset. How do you understand reality? Well, you have to remember. You have to remember you will never be a finished product. That's something that I thought when I was younger. I thought people with these finished products and they're like, they've reached their goal, they're done, they're already there. No, you will never be a finished product. It's always work, it's always grinding. The best dunkers in the world, if they stop working on their product, then they're not gonna even be able to dunk anymore. You will never be a finished product, no matter what. But that's a good thing because you understand that you will miss dunks. No matter what, you're never gonna make all your dunks. You will miss dunks. Take the risk anyways. You will have bad days. You're gonna have a bad game, a bad day, a bad week. Take the risk anyways. Do it anyways. Remember, you're not a finished product. You will miss dunks. You will have bad days, but you need to remember that you can always get better. That's the important thing. Remember, you'll never be a finished product. You will miss dunks. You will have bad days, but you can always get better. You can always get better. You have to remember that. And not only do you need to remember, but you need to believe. Believe that you are capable of doing this. I wish I believed this more in myself. I believed it, but believe it. Believe it 100% fully with everything you have. Believe you're capable of doing it. It's hard to believe before you've done it, but you can. Believe you are capable of doing this. You will make dunks that you never even thought were possible. You will have great progress. And you will know that you don't have any limits. When you start to break your own limits, you're gonna know that you don't have any limits. Wouldn't y'all want that feeling? Imagine that feeling. Like, I have that feeling, but I didn't before. I know what it's like to not have it, but you can have it. Everybody's the same. You can have that feeling if you want. Just like the pros, just like the best at anything, you can have that same feeling. You can know that you don't have any limits. You can believe you're capable of doing it. You need to remember, and you need to believe. Remember, you'll never be a finished product, and believe you're capable of doing this. That's how you have a dunker's mindset. Take the risk anyways. You're gonna miss sometimes. Take the risk, and you gotta remember and believe that. So, I want y'all to answer me. I want y'all to answer a question right now. How many of you thought that your genetics, height, or the difficulty of the dunk journey, the difficulty of your dunk journey, is gonna hold you back from dunking like you've always wanted? I'm curious to see. Let me know right now in the chat. How many of you thought that genetics, height, or it being too hard is the reason that you can't dunk? If one of those reasons is the reason that you think you can't dunk, or you thought you can't dunk, or you think is holding you back, if you think just one of those things is holding you back, comment a 1 in the chat. Or say yes. Throw a 1 in the chat if all three, if you thought genetics, height, and it being too hard is the reason you can't dunk, you gotta throw a 3. You thought all 3 of those, but all 3 of those are myths, right? But if you thought one of those was true, was the reason that was holding you back, throw a 1 in the chat. Let me know right now. I'm curious to see. Let me know, is that the reason you can't dunk? Genetics, height, or the difficulty? I believe that you should believe. All you gotta do is believe. So with that being said, genetics, height, and it being too hard are all myths, right? We've established that these are all myths. These are myths busted. It's not your genetics, it's not your height, and it's not too hard. I see you say, nope, it's my laughable vert. Okay, but everyone starts there, right? The best dunkers in the world, the best pro athletes in the world, at one point they were just a kid and they weren't athletic. At one point they were just a kid and they weren't athletic. So it doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter what your vertical has been or hasn't been. You can do it, no matter what. These are myths. It's not genetics, it's not height, and it's not too hard. And knowing that, I want you to imagine something for me for a second. That's right, I don't think so. Just go for the risk and take it. Yeah, you gotta take the risk. You have to take the risk. And I want you to imagine something. Imagine this is you. Imagine you've always wanted to dunk, and you tried vertical assault, and you were close to dunking, right? Trying a vertical program, you were close to dunking, you've always wanted to dunk. And after 2 months of that program, you increase your vertical a ton, right? Imagine you increase your vertical a ton. Not like maybe. Like imagine you really did. You're done. You increase your vertical, you can dunk now. You go from wanting to dunk so bad, and after 2 months, after 2 months in a short period of time, you're going from not dunking to getting consistent dunks. Imagine going from never having dunked to getting consistent dunks. Imagine that. You can do that. I need y'all to understand that you can do that. This athlete is just like y'all, just like all the other vertical assault athletes I have in my program. They have seen these results. You can do it. You need to believe and imagine this is you. Imagine it's you so that you can see that outcome that you want, see that goal that you want to reach, and then go for it. Take the risk and go for it. And you're going to achieve it. So that being said, Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you a question. Would you like me to help you learn to dunk without feeling overwhelmed, confused, and meanwhile avoiding costly mistakes like setbacks, injuries, doing the wrong workouts, wasting your time, all that? Would you like me to help you do that? Would you like me to help you? Let me know in the chat right now. Let me know in the chat. Would you like me to help you boost your vertical jump, accomplish your dream dunks, even if you think that you're too short, you have bad genetics, or it's too hard for you to actually do? Would you like me to help you? Let me know right now. Do y'all want me to help you with that? Because the way I see it, I'm saying yes. The way I see it is you have two options. Option one, figure this out on your own and end up frustrated and exhausted. It's option number one. You can figure this out on your own, right? This is option number one. Figure it out on your own, end up frustrated and exhausted. I genuinely believe that you could do it on your own, right? Like I did it on my own. People have done it on their own. You could do it on your own, but you're going to go through the pain that I went through, which was honestly a lot. It was a lot of mistakes, a lot of setbacks, a lot of comparison, a lot of jealousy, a lot of frustration and exhaustion. I went through all of that. I understand what it's like not being able to dunk, thinking that honestly I never would actually be able to dunk or increase my vertical. I felt that I believed in myself, but it was doubt. I was doubting myself. And so what I want to do is save you that frustration, exhaustion, and pain that I had to go through. You could do this on your own, or you could jumpstart your progress. You can do it on your own. Anyone can do this. But if you know exactly what to do, you're going to skyrocket your vertical jump. You're going to boost your vertical jump so quickly, and you're not going to have to go through the frustration, exhaustion, and pain. So option number one or option number two, follow a tried and tested path from stressed to successful. What if you had exactly what the pros had? A cheat code to dunking. I know what it's like to struggle. I've been there. I've been in my backyard doing 10 plus vert programs, spending my money, time, people around me, increasing the vertical, blowing up on social media, people I thought that were the same as me, people I worked harder than. I understand the struggle, and if all you need is a tried and tested path, something that's already guaranteed to work, imagine if you had that. And I hope that you're all choosing option two, because I would love to invite you and save you the pain and struggles I went through and invite you to join me in the Vertical Assault community. This is Vertical Assault. Vertical Assault is the only step-by-step program for athletes who want to master dunking and the vertical jump. And with this program, you can see huge results very quickly. Yeah, you only need to work out a couple times a week. So this community is for you if you're ready to say, I'm finally dunking like I always dreamed of. Are y'all ready to say that? Are you ready to dunk like you always dreamed of? This is exactly what you need if you're ready to say, I'm finally dunking like I always dreamed of. I know y'all want to say that. I wanted to say that, and y'all can do the exact same thing. You'll get instant access to a high support but easy to use program that will skyrocket your vertical jump, making Vertical Assault perfect for you, the athlete who wants to go to the next level and meanwhile save time, frustration, confusion, money, instead of going through a lot of unnecessary pain. So what you're gonna get is the Vertical Assault community. You're gonna get the Vertical Assault Dunk course, a $197 value. The Jump Pro weekly workouts, a $97 value. The Jump Fundamentals weekly workouts, a $97 value. The Discord community where you can ask me anything. You can have a community of people who are just like you and learn from them as well. People who are in the same situation as you, just like everyone in the community is. You're gonna get the bonus, the Dunker's Meal Plan, $97 value. The Jump Technique Critique, a $97 value. And the amazing Supercharge your social media bonus. I'm super excited to tell you about that. It's a $197 value. It could be its own course. It's literally exactly how to grow your social media just by dunking, just by playing the sport you love. Imagine if you grow your social media, eventually make money off social media, and show off your dunking, your new vertical on social media. And this is going to teach you exactly how to do that. And it's a bonus that's going to come with Vertical Assault today. I appreciate y'all being here with me. I've tried to make an offer that's so good for y'all. I threw everything in I possibly could make. So if it sounds interesting to you, I want you to get ready to learn how to stop spending wasted hours in the gym with no progress, avoid injuries, and jumpstart your dunk journey. Get ready to learn proven strategies on how to increase vertical without the headaches that you normally have to go through. Right? This is a Vertical Assault athlete who just caught his first lob. Imagine you catch your first lob, and then you start to get momentum and energy and the confidence that comes with that. Imagine and get ready to learn the pro dunker techniques that you become completely confident with jump training and dunking. You're getting coached by me and other fellow like-minded dunkers, and we're creating a community where we can learn and be successful together. So imagine you get your first dunk, and then because of the momentum and energy, you get your first windmill a few months later, like happened for me. There's another vertical assault athlete, got his first windmill, and you can get your first windmill a lot sooner than you may think. You might get it a month, 2 months, a few months after you get your first dunk. The progress can happen quick. And get ready to learn how to take risks and become known as a dunker, boosting your own confidence. These proven and tested workouts will help you jump higher. This is an athlete from vertical assault, got his first dunk. I've had so many athletes get their first dunk. It's an amazing feeling. I remember my first dunk like it was yesterday. I remember being in my backyard. I remember the video of it. I remember the feeling of it. I remember my first windmill. I remember the video of my first windmill, exactly the gym I was in, what I was doing, how old I was, everything about it. I remember everything about it. Y'all can get your first dunk just like so many other vertical assault athletes. And vertical assault is the only program of its kind to help passionate, obsessed athletes like you learn not only how to increase your vertical jump so quickly, so you can stop feeling confused and like jumping higher is impossible. But it's gonna help you start to understand everything about jumping and begin to feel extremely confident in your abilities, which is priceless. We're trusted by hundreds of athletes just like you. Vertical assault gives you a complete step-by-step structured plan to learn how to do the right workouts and how to have the right mindset that will guarantee your dunk success. So our new approach towards dunk training will basically eliminate obstacles you face and setbacks you may have, because we teach everything from jump technique and stretching to a true dunker's mindset and self-belief. So what you're gonna get is you're gonna get the dunk course. How to know how you jump. How to jump efficiently. The way to protect your body, right? How to know how you jump is your jump technique, your dominant plan. How to jump efficiently, your jump technique. How to jump efficiently so you don't lose anything, so you can jump as high as you can. Every single day you can rely on your jump technique. The way to protect your body. Injury prevention, not getting hurt so you can keep playing the sport you love, keep dunking, keep jumping higher. Understanding the mental aspect of dunking, which is so important. It's probably the most important part of dunking, is the mental aspect. This is what all in the dunk course. It's over 50 plus videos. How a dunker should eat. Everything you need to know about nutrition as a dunker. Exactly what you need to eat to increase your vertical jump. How to train the right way. The right workouts. You don't do the wrong workouts. You don't need to do those. Learning brand new abilities like getting your first dunk, getting your first windmill, and all types of things that you're not even expecting you could really do. We cover the mental, meditation, breathing, stretching, visualization, and confidence. We cover all of that. The physical, muscle, strength, speed, stretching, diet, explosiveness, injury, and technique. That's all covered in the dunk course. You're gonna get jump fundamentals, weekly workouts, plyometric training. It is no equipment, 100% at home. New workouts weekly. You're gonna increase your speed, increase your explosiveness, and these are my workouts. These are literally the workouts that I do right now. These are my workouts. I'm not giving y'all something that I don't do, right? I'm giving you the exact things that I do. And you're gonna get Jump Pro weekly workouts, which is strength training. Weight room is required. New workouts weekly. You're gonna increase power, reduce injury, and once again, these are literally the same workouts that I do every week. I'm not giving y'all something I don't do. This is the same stuff I do. So you're gonna get the vertical assault community, the vertical assault dunk course, Jump Pro weekly workouts, the jump fundamentals weekly workout, the Discord community. You can ask me anything, have a community. You're gonna get all 3 bonuses when you sign up for yearly: the Dunker's meal plan, the jump technique critique, supercharged social media bonus for a value of $787 yearly and $597 for 6 months. That's the value you're gonna get today. But because you joined me today, because you went through this training with me and you were with me live, you won't pay anywhere close to that. That is the value. You're not going to pay anywhere close to that, because there's a special offer I have for y'all tonight, for y'all being with me. It is only tonight. As soon as this live ends, this offer will be over. You're not going to pay anywhere close to the value. You're going to get, for attending today, a special limited time offer. 50 spots only. The first 50 people or the end of this live, this deal is going to be over. But for attending today, it's going to be a special limited time offer. Once again, only 50 spots. You're going to get, for only 50 spots remaining, the vertical assault dunk course, the Jump Pro weekly workouts, the Jump Fundamental weekly workout, the Discord community, where you're going to have a community of like-minded people around you and access to me. Ask me any questions you have. The Dunker's meal plan bonus, the Jump Technique critique bonus, the Supercharged social media bonus. You're going to get all of that. You're going to get the Dunker's meal plan, the Jump Technique critique, a personalized jump technique critique, personalized to your jump technique, right? There's 4 jump techniques, and you're going to get one for your jump technique. You're going to get the Supercharged social media bonus, exactly how to grow your Instagram while simply playing the sport you love. And y'all can do this. I'm going to show you exactly what I did to grow my social media. Everything I did, I exposed all my secrets. Y'all can learn in a Supercharged social media bonus. You're going to get access to the private community platform, the vertical assault dunk course, the Jump Pro workouts, and the Jump Fundamentals weekly workouts. You're going to get the Dunker's meal plan bonus, Supercharged social media bonus, the Jump Technique critique bonus. And in case you're thinking, yeah, sure, it was easy for you as the other athletes I talked about earlier, here's what I want you to know. We're not special and they're not special. We're not special. And this will work for you guaranteed because you're now going to have a step-by-step blueprint that will give you a shortcut. We're not special and they're not special. The athletes I've shown you are not special. The only difference is that they had access to strategy, systems, support, and step-by-step tutorials to boost their vertical jump, accomplish their dream dunks, and all while avoiding injuries and workouts that will set you back. And now you can have all the same strategies, systems, support, and step-by-step tutorials. You can have the exact same thing as all those athletes and me. You can take the shortcuts they took. You can avoid the mistakes others make. The mistakes that I made so many of that I want to keep y'all from having to go through. I don't want y'all to go through that. And you can stop leaving bounce on the court, right? It's kind of like money on the table. You can stop leaving bounce on the court and instead claim every ounce of athleticism that you're capable of having. This will work for you. Only 50 spots available. Once again, you're not going to pay anywhere close to the value. You're going to get the vertical assault community, everything that comes with it. You're going to get the 3 bonuses and only for signing up yearly. And the price is yearly $179. Regular price of $497. Because y'all tuned in with me today, you're gonna get 12 months of vertical assault coaching for $179. It is an amazing deal. 12 months of vertical assault coaching for $179. Regular price $497. You're gonna get all the bonuses. You're gonna get all 3 bonuses and 12 months of vertical assault coaching, and it's gonna help you skyrocket your vertical jump. And you're gonna get all of this right for $179. Regular price of $479. And if you want 6 months of coaching, if you don't want to go with 12, you're not going to get the bonuses. But for 6 months of coaching, it's only $99. Regular price of $247. You're going to get the entire vertical assault community and everything that comes with it. Remember, this deal is 50 spots only. I'm about to pin it in the chat. It is the first link on this live, and I'm going to pin it in the chat right now. I'm about to drop it in the chat. Remember, it is the first link in this live, and I'm about to pin it in the chat. This is only until this ends. Right, when this live ends, we're about to go through a Q&A, so y'all be able to ask me all your questions. But when this live ends, this offer will be done. So I appreciate y'all being with me today. This is an amazing offer, and that's why I'm doing it only on this live, so nobody else can get it, only y'all. I just pinned it. It's the first link in the description, and y'all can check it out. This is going to be gone at the end of this live. Right, $179, regular price of $497. You're gonna get the entire vertical assault community, 12 months of vertical assault coaching, plus the bonuses, right? The jump technique critique, the Dunkers meal plan, and the extremely valuable, could be its own course, supercharge your social media bonus. It is a super valuable bonus. The power of social media is crazy. I exposed all my secrets on how I grew my social media and how you can do it just by increasing your vertical and dunking at the same time. So get started today, close to 75% off, 9 months coaching, 6 months coaching, $99 for yearly 12 months of vertical assault coaching. It's $179, regular price of $499, and instead it's $179 for 12 months coaching. Are you ready to get started? If you're ready to get started, click the pin link or click the first link in the description of this YouTube video. There's only 50 spots or until this live ends. I'm about to go to a Q&A, so y'all have a few minutes, but as soon as this live ends, as soon as I have to leave this live and the Q&A is over, this offer is gone. So take advantage of it now. This is an amazing deal, and I'm about to answer all y'all's questions. Before, I want to highlight a vertical assault athlete named Hamish. Hamish is a vertical assault athlete who was barely dunking. And after about a month of vertical assault, he started jumping higher and higher, right? He always wanted to dunk. It was his dream. And now it's been almost 3 months into this workout. He's an amazing athlete. He's a great vertical assault member, great to the community, and he feels consistent with his dunking ability, and he has goals to keep progressing further, which is exactly what y'all are going to have. Y'all are going to get to the things you never thought you would do. You're going to make goals that you never thought you would make. And on top of that, the workouts are fun and work wonders. He said, thank you so much. Thank you, Hamish, for buying the system. It's going to work for you just like it did for Hamish, John, and other vertical assault athletes. They're getting results right now. I'm getting results from my own program, and y'all can take advantage of this deal, 12 months of coaching plus all the bonuses, and you can get instant access. I'm going to go through a Q&A. In a second, I'll show you literally how easy. You can have access in 1 minute. And I'll show you how easy it is. But before we get there, I want to do a Q&A. I want to answer all y'all's questions. Any questions you have, let's get into it. So what questions do y'all have about this? What questions do you have about dunking? I'll answer any questions y'all have. Let me know your questions right now, or email us at hello@goverticalassault.com. Also, I'm still going to drop the jump technique bonus, a cheat code on 5 easy steps on how to boost your vertical jump by perfecting your jump technique. You're still going to get that for staying with me in this whole training at the end of this live in just a few minutes. As soon as we're done with the Q&A, I'm going to drop that link in the chat. You can download that, and you're going to be able to jump higher, maybe even get your first dunk right away, just like the athlete I told you about earlier. But before we get to that, we're doing a Q&A. Ask me y'all's questions. What questions do you have about dunking? What questions can I answer? And while I'm waiting for y'all to ask, I want to talk about how quickly can you actually see results, right? How quickly can you actually see results? Like that's a big question, right? You think you do these workouts, you do all this, but how quickly can you really see results? What's realistic? Well, for people who are new to training, you could see results in a week, 2 weeks, a month, guaranteed results if you're doing the right things. So you can actually see results really quickly. And here's how I want to illustrate that. In 3 months, you could transform your vertical jump. Commander, how do I buy the 6-month one? I'm going to show you how you can get instant access to both of these deals. Before we hop on the slide, I'm going to show you exactly where you need to go. But you can click the pin link, and you can also go to the first link in the description of this YouTube video, and you're going to scroll down, and you'll see get instant access, and you can choose the yearly where you get all the bonuses, or you can choose the 6 months for $99. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, exactly how easy it is in just a second after the Q&A. But finishing my point, how quickly can you actually start? In 3 months, you could completely transform yourself. In 3 months, you could be a completely different athlete. In 6 months, I genuinely believe you could go from not dunking to windmilling. Like anyone, no matter how short you are, what your genetics is, what your previous training is, like it doesn't matter. In 1 year, I don't even need to mention a year. Do you understand? Like I think people think too long about this sometimes. That like it's gonna take too long. In 1 year, you could be unrecognizable. So yes, you can see results in just 2 weeks. You can see results in a month. In a year, you can be unrecognizable. You can completely change yourself into doing the dunks you've always dreamed of doing. I promise you, I've seen the results myself. I've done it. You can do this too. Do you think being lightweight helps you jump higher? Do you think being lightweight helps you jump higher? Now that to the broadcast really quick. Do you think lightweight helps you jump higher? Being lightweight helps you jump higher? Aaron, so this is a good question. Basically, the answer is yes. Like, honestly, at the end of the day, the answer is yes. Being lighter weight helps you jump higher. It's just the way it is. Like, before you go dunk, the last thing you want to do is, like, go eat a huge meal. Like, add a few extra pounds to yourself. Then your stomach's going to be hurting. You're going to be way few extra pounds. It does help you jump higher, but it's not the only thing. There's dunkers who are, like, swole. There's dunkers who are huge, have giant arms, and they're still dunking. And there's dunkers who are extremely skinny. So generally, being lightweight, yes, it does help you jump higher. Generally, being lightweight helps you jump higher. But you could also have a lot of muscle, weigh a lot, and just be really, like Zion Williamson, right? He's massive, but he jumps higher than like anyone. So that's an example, but that's also like a rare example. Most people are not like that. Generally, being light, if Zion got lighter, he would jump higher, which would be a scary sight. If Zion, the NBA player, jumped higher, if he was lighter, he'd jump way higher. But it's not the main goal. The main goal is becoming stronger, becoming more explosive, and working on your jump technique, perfecting that, becoming more efficient at that. And yeah, becoming more lightweight in the process, it's going to help you. It's a generally good goal to have for a dunker, for increasing your athleticism, but it's not the most important thing. You'll get there. Do you think without the access of the gym, I can train to dunk? Yes. As I said, we release 2 weekly workouts, Jump Pro and Jump Fundamentals. With Vertical Assault, you can see results quickly, and you can have access to 2 different weekly workouts. Jump Fundamentals is all plyometrics, right? It is 100% done at home, 0 gym access. You don't need a gym for Jump Fundamentals. And these are 2 weekly workouts, a full workout schedule for each week, released every week on Sunday. That's what we do at Vertical Assault. So you're going to get both these. So Jump Fundamentals is great for newer athletes, younger athletes, people who want to increase their vertical quickly and haven't done a lot of training. It's perfect for y'all. Y'all are going to see a newbie gains, right? You're going to see a giant jump in your vertical jump right away by training plyometrics. And so yes, you can see results without the gym. And you can see results for years without the gym. You can just go outside in your basketball hoop and practice jumping, practice your jump technique, and jump higher. And you can train and do these workout programs, this Vertical Assault Jump Fundamentals weekly workout with 0 gym access, 100% at home, literally. And also you get Jump Pro, right? You get both of these, and I can help you. You can ask me. I can help you like mix and match the workouts, decide what's best. If you want to do one strength training workout and you want to do one plyometrics workout, it depends on what you want to do, and I can help you decide what's best for you. But you get both regardless, and you get Jump Pro 2, which does require a weight room. It is strength training. You get both of these. So you get plyometrics 100% done at home, no weight room required. And you get Jump Pro, which is strength training. It does require a weight room, but you get both. I can help you mix the 2, but you can see results with just one. One of these weekly workouts is all you need, right? But plyometrics and strength training, as I said before, when you're newer, younger, plyometrics is great. As you start to plateau, strength training is the thing to add. So I hope that makes sense. What's the difference between the 6-month and the 12-month other than time? So the big difference between the 6-month and the 12-month is, first of all, it's a much better deal than our monthly membership. The deal y'all getting today is And it's a grandfather deal. So what does that mean? Y'all gonna get this deal no matter how much value I add to vertical assault, no matter how much better I make it, which is gonna be a lot better. It's gonna be the same, and how much I raise the price, y'all are gonna have the same price for your lifetime. No matter how, as long as you want to be a member of vertical assault, y'all will have the cheaper price as long as you want to stay with us, no matter how much more value I add to the course. So the difference is 6 months, you're not getting the bonuses, right? 6 months, $99. It's an amazing deal, but you're not getting the bonuses. You're getting 6 months of coaching. You're getting all the vertical assault support. Me and the other vertical assault coaches, you're getting our support, but you're not getting the bonuses. And the bonuses are extremely valuable. And that's why the $179 yearly is such a good deal. 12 months of coaching, and you get the jump technique critique individualized to your specific jump plan, right? There's 4 plans we talked about: right, left, right, right and left foot off one foot. There's 4 plans. It's going to be individualized to your jump plan. You're going to get the supercharged social media bonus. I spent a lot of time on this. I literally dumped all the value I had in my mind about growing your social media. I put it into a course so y'all can have access to that. Y'all can do the same thing. It's literally easy anything. It's like dunking. Growing your social media, any of y'all can get to 20K followers. I did the same thing. I can show you exactly what to do, and that's what you're going to get with the yearly, the supercharged social media bonus. And the third bonus you're going to get is the Dunker's meal plan. Exactly how to eat as a dunker, which is something I never ever had. So that's the difference between 6 months. 6 months, $99. 12 month is $179. It's a regular price of $499, but it's $179 plus you get these 3 bonuses for joining me live today. I really appreciate y'all. And so that's the difference. And yeah, time. It's 6 months more, right? It's 6 months more of vertical assault coaching. Daniel said, I'm 6'2", 14 years old, 145 pounds. Let me put this on the broadcast. Daniel said, I'm 6'2", 14 years old, 145 pounds, can hang on the rim, but can't dunk, and I can't palm the ball. Palming the ball does make dunking easier, but you don't need to do that. You can. If you can, it's great. If you can't, it's fine. Any tips for getting grip on the ball and jumping higher in 1 month? Yes. As I said, you can jump higher in a month. Like vertical assault you're going to see results in a couple weeks, maybe sooner. It depends what you put in, but especially people who haven't trained vertical in the way that we teach, you're going to see newbie gains, quick results. You're going to boost your vertical quickly. So any tips for jumping higher in a month? Yeah, work on your jump technique. I'm about to drop the jump technique guide that you get, that literally y'all are the only ones that get access to this. I spent a lot of time on it. It's 5 secrets. It's a cheat code to boost your jump technique, jumping higher instantly. I'm about to drop that in the chat in a second after the Q&A. So that's a great way to jump higher in only a month. So, and then getting grip on the ball. You don't need to palm the ball to dunk, but you can literally practice like holding the ball while palmed and hold it as long as you can. You can practice your grip strength, like literally like squeezing on one of those grip strength things. But if you can't palm it, if your hands aren't big enough, you just got to get stronger with your hands. But you still don't need to palm it. You could throw self lobs, right, where you like throw the ball in the air like you're shooting it. It's gonna bounce right in front of the rim, or you could bounce it as you're running into your jump, or you can have someone throw the ball up. You can practice dunking all types of those ways, and literally getting your first dunk is probably easier off a lob because you can just focus on jumping. The easiest way for me to actually get up and dunk is off a lob because you can focus on jumping and your jump technique. So tips for getting grip. Yeah, that's the tips for getting grip, but you don't need to do that, Daniel. I would say if you can't palm it, then try dunking off lobs. And then once you dunk for the first time, once you see you can do it, the confidence is going to be there. You're not going to doubt anymore. Katan, what are good stretches for tight hips? Okay, another thing that comes with vertical assault is stretching. I stretch. I have zero knee pain. I stretch every single day, mostly twice a day. I've been doing this for years now. That's the secret. But stretching doesn't have to be boring. You can literally do stretching while you're watching TV, or watching YouTube, watching a live stream, anything. Stretching doesn't have to be boring. Just do it while you're doing something else. And so that's another thing you can get with vertical assault. You're going to get my stretching routine. I walk y'all through it. It's the same stretches I do every single day. And yes, I do a hip stretch as well. It's very important. So good stretches for tight hips. Have you ever done the couch stretch? Is a stretch you can look up. It's also in my program. Or you can do where it's a hip flexor stretch. You can either lay down, or you can put your leg on something sideways, or you can bring your leg back. And it's hard to explain it, obviously, as I'm trying to explain a stretch to you, but you're going to get all these stretches with vertical assault, and I don't have tight hips, I don't have knee pain, and y'all can have the exact same thing. Aaron, is there certain dunks? Hey, just a few more questions. I'm going to answer a few more questions. Y'all, if y'all have any more questions, comment now. Just answering a few more questions, and I got a little bit more to do. So Aaron, is there any dunks that require 2-step or 1-step? I'm not sure if you mean like 1 foot or 2 foot, but if you're talking about like steps for dunking, this is actually an important question if this is what you mean. When you're trying to do a dunk like a windmill, and any trick dunk, any special dunk, off the backboard, anything, this is super crucial for y'all to know. This is going to help you get dunks you never thought you could do. Literally what y'all need to do is focus on jumping first. When you're trying to get a dunk, jump first, then worry about the dunk. If you're trying to windmill, jump first, then worry about the windmill. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta jump, extend yourself, then windmill. That's how you do it. And that's gonna help you a lot. That's gonna help you all get dunks you literally never thought you could do. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions. If y'all have any more questions, comment below right now. And I just want to show y'all. I want you to see how easy it is to get your own step-by-step system for becoming an elite athlete. And hey, even if y'all don't want to become an elite athlete, vertical assault will still help you because everyone wants to at least be able to dunk, right? And the positive mindset, and the confidence that comes with that is hard to imagine unless you experience it. So vertical assault is the program for you. And this is how easy it is. You're going to go to the link that I pinned in the chat. Or you're going to go to the first link on this YouTube Live. It is the first link when you go to the description of this YouTube Live. And you're going to click and go to my yearly page. It's going to go over, again, everything what you're going to get, all the bonuses when you sign up for the yearly. And you're just going to scroll down a little bit and you're going to see this right here. This is how easy it is. I'm just literally so easy to get signed up. So you're going to go to this page that I linked in the chat. And that is in the first link in the description of this YouTube video. And you're going to scroll down to where you see this. You're going to choose which option you want. You're going to choose $179 for yearly. If that's the option you want, you're going to get all the bonuses. And no matter how much vertical assault improves or how much value or how much we raise the price, you're never going to get the price raise. You're going to have a grandfather discount. No matter what happens, you're not going to pay anymore. And you're going to click unlock instant access. As soon as you click unlock instant access, it's going to take you to the checkout page where you're going to see what you're going to get again. And you can pay with card, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay. I added all the options you can possibly add. All you got to do is put your email address and your information. As soon as you click get instant access, the second that you click get instant access, you're going to get access to the entire vertical assault community. The second y'all do that. So once again, I'm going to show y'all this again really quickly. You're going to go to the link in the chat, first link in the description. You just scroll down to here. As soon as you click unlock instant access, put your information in. When you click get instant access, you will have access to the entire vertical assault program, the bonuses, and everything else that comes with vertical assault. You're going to get it all. So that's how easy it is. Very straightforward, very simple. It literally signs up in 1 minute. You can have access to the exact step-by-step system you need, the strategy you need that the pros have that you can have right now. And as I said, I really appreciate y'all being here. That's how easy it is to check out. Just click the link and then go down, click instant access, put your information in. You're a vertical assault member. You're part of the community, just like that. As I said, to thank you for staying with me on here for the full hour, I really appreciate y'all. You can now download your free bonus, How to Jump Higher Instantly with Jump Technique. This is a bonus that only y'all get for staying with me through the whole training. I'm about to put the link in the chat right now, and y'all can download this. It is a Google Doc. Y'all can access it. Y'all can download it. It is in the chat right now. It is, because y'all stayed, a How to Jump Higher Instantly with Jump Technique. Check it out in the chat. I just dropped it. Click the link. Make sure y'all save that. It is only for y'all because you stay with me. It is a simplified cheat code on 5 easy steps to instantly gain a few extra inches on your vertical and start dunking right away. This is going to help y'all so much. This is amazing. I wish I had this, honestly. Like, it's literally a cheat code. So make sure y'all get that. It is a bonus that y'all get just because you stay with me on the training today, and I genuinely appreciate it. So take advantage of that bonus. Once again, the link to check out is very straightforward and simple. You're going to click the link that's pinned in the chat, or the first link on the description. You're going to scroll down until you see this. You're going to see everything you can get, and then you're going to see this, all the bonuses, unlock instant access, put your information in, and just like that, you have access. It's that easy. And so I want to say, the reason that you joined me for this training was because you want to guarantee that you will increase your vertical jump and not waste time, effort, and energy and money on training that won't actually do anything for you. And once again, this deal ends when this live ends. We're going to hop off in a few minutes. We got a few more minutes, but I just want to clarify. As soon as this live ends, this deal ends. It is an amazing deal, but it is only for y'all for staying with the training today. Y'all get this bonus and y'all get this deal. And you're going to get all 3 bonuses when you sign up with Yearly. But you may be tired of hearing time and time again that dunking is easy. Yet you don't see any results when you do what you've been told. You don't want to give up on your dunking dreams, but you're starting to feel like giving up because you're tired of being confused, stressed, and you still haven't seen the results that you're looking for. Am I right about that? You want to accomplish the dunks you've always dreamed of doing. I see y'all asking, where's the link? The link is pinned in the chat right now. If you see in the chat box, it is pinned. It is www.goverticalassault.com/go. www.goverticalassault.com/go. Take advantage of this deal right now. Commander, you said PayPal isn't working for me. If PayPal is your only option, that's fine. You can try another option if you have it. If PayPal is your only option and you tried it and it isn't working, you can go ahead and email me, and I'll make sure that you can still get access to the deal. I'll fix whatever the problem is and see what the problem is. And you can, so just go ahead and email me, Commander. And just because it's not working, that's fine. I understand the deal is going to end when we hop on this live, but if you email me because you were trying, I'll make sure to send you the link. You'll have access to it still. I'm not going to let a technical difficulty stop you from doing that. Daniel was like, where's the link? The link is pinned in the chat. It's also the first link in the description of this video. Once again, www.goverticalassault.com/go. And so you really want to accomplish the dunks you've always dreamed of doing, right? But you're done with wasting hours and hours just to feel stuck in the same spot. Does that sound right? Am I correct about that? Like, does that sound like you? Well, now you don't have to worry about all of that. Because when you join Vertical Assault, you're going to get everything you need to help you succeed and a community that can't wait to cheer you on. No confusion, no wasted time, no stress. You've already seen how in as little as a matter of a few weeks, you can increase your vertical and begin to do dunks like you never thought you ever would. Just like Hamish, John, and many other Vertical Assault athletes that we talked about tonight. But spots are filling up fast. We don't want to miss your name. So make sure I'll get signed up right now. Once again, it is pinned in the chat. It is the first link on this YouTube live. Yeah, so this offer is going to be gone when I hop off this live. And so I want y'all to take advantage of it right now. This is going to help you accomplish your dream. It's going to help you transform yourself. This is exactly what you need, exactly what the pros have, and you can have the exact same thing as them. So I hope you'll join us in Vertical Assault. It's a community. It's literally of like-minded people who want to dunk, who want to grow and elevate themselves, and just don't want to go through the difficulty and pain that many people go through. So I hope you'll join us in Vertical Assault, like hundreds of others, and you'll start seeing your dunk dreams come true, and quicker than you ever thought possible. I'm so excited about helping you, like seeing you in the Vertical Assault community. I can't wait to see y'all in there. I genuinely appreciate y'all being here. I hope you take advantage of the jump technique. Got a cheat code on how to increase jump technique. I hope you take advantage of this deal where you're gonna get all these bonuses. And like I appreciate you being here in this training. Like it's been amazing. I hope you learned a lot, and I hope I continue to give value to you for years down the road. Thank you. I will see y'all in Vertical Assault. Nelson, you asked what month do we start? What do you mean by that, Nelson? What month do we start? I want y'all to start now. Y'all can start right now. This deal is only available right now. And as soon as you sign up, once again, I'll show you again. As soon as you sign up, you're going to unlock instant access, and you're going to start right away. You're going to get access for an entire year right away. You don't have to wait. You can start right now. So get started today. It's close to 75% off. $99, 6 months coaching. $179 yearly, 12 months. Are y'all ready to get started? If you're ready to get started, click let's do this. This is your last chance. Only 50 spots available for this deal. It is www.goverticalassault.com/go. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said. Commander, yeah, go ahead and email me. If you're having technical difficulties, like the deal is over when this live ends in a few minutes. Y'all won't have access, but because like you were here, if you're having technical difficulties, just go ahead and email me. Email me. My email is hello@goverticalassault.com. So just go ahead and email me. And you can also just DM me on Instagram. But message me, and I'll make sure you still get access because you were trying. I'm not going to let technical difficulty stop you from getting the deal. So yeah, go ahead and email me. Yeah, 1 month do we start? You start right now. $179 for 12 months, $99, 6 months coaching. But with the $179, you get the 3 bonuses. So thanks for the doc, guys. Yeah, y'all download that document. It is a cheat code on your jump technique. You're going to know your dominant plant. You're going to know your jump technique. You're going to know how to make your jump technique more efficient. It's literally a cheat code. Like as soon as I knew the information that's in that doc, it helped me so much. That's a free bonus only for y'all tonight. But once again, this is y'all's last chance. Click the link in the chat or click the first link on this YouTube live. When this is over, the deal will be over. It's only for this live. I appreciate y'all. Once again, I hope to see y'all in Vertical Assault. I hope to see y'all a part of the community, learning how to dunk, learning how to transform yourself. It's going to be amazing. Like, this is literally, Vertical Assault is a cheat code, right? I just gave y'all a cheat code for jump technique, but Vertical Assault is a cheat code for your dunk journey. It's exactly what you need. And I hope y'all ready to take that leap. Y'all can do it. Y'all need to believe in yourselves. I literally can't wait to see y'all in there. I enjoy every one of my Vertical Assault athletes. I enjoy the community. I enjoy people who are like-minded. And I can't wait to see y'all in there. Once again, thank you for joining me at this training. Y'all have a great rest of your night. I appreciate you being here with me, giving me your time. And once again, I hope to continue to give you value for years down the road. Thank you. I will see y'all in Vertical Assault.